Hello, hello, hello. Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. Today is Sunday, Sunday, and I'm here a minute early. Why? Because I don't want to sit around and wait. That's all we do, is sit around and wait. That's it. It seems like it takes forever to sit around and wait, and the time just does not go. So I came in early so that I can see who's in the chat before I do anything else. So we have Teresa, Karen, Carolyn, Judy, Molly, Brenda, R. Whitaker, Candy, Sharon, Melody, Polly, Martha, Pat Boo, Jody, Barbara, Frank, I don't know how that's pronounced, Angie, Shirley, Deanna, Danelle, Linda, Susan, where am I at? Lana, Candy, Truth, Gay, Glenda, Maureen, Tamala, Jacqueline, Karen, and so many more. Hello and welcome, everybody. So today I am actually going to be working on a pattern. Yep, a pattern. Not my pattern, someone else's pattern. And I want to forewarn you, I'm going to be sitting and standing because I can't sit in this chair for longer than 20 minutes at a time. It absolutely is killing my hips. So standing is actually a lot easier to sew than it is sitting at this time of my healing process because I'm in an MS attack all at the same time. So my legs are a little on the very weak and annoyed side. So with lots of stinging from the nerves misfiring. So it's been a week. Let's just say that. For those that are asking, Thumper had his surgery. So I'll just get into that. Thumper had his mouth surgery. He was already missing 8 teeth. And we have 2 of them, 2 of the teeth that we saved. So where's the other 6? We don't know. He was already missing a lot of teeth. So they said he could probably have swallowed them or it ended up in his litter box and we scooped it and didn't think anything of it and didn't even see it or just ended up somewhere. But we only had 2. So 6 of them just went missing. So they removed 4 of his teeth and he is, I'll just say it, he's high. That cat had a pain shot and he is not normal. He is skittish. He is sketchy. He is racing. He's not jumped on anything but the coffee table so far. And even then, it was a challenge. He's not jumped on any other furniture. He does not really want to be pet, but he keeps laying on the floor and putting his belly up. But as soon as we go towards the kitchen, he runs straight to his food because he's only on soft food. But he had his mouth surgery on the 7th, and he's still not normal. He's still high. He ran into the refrigerator twice. Like, he's running into the walls and hitting his head on things. He is so... Like, if you ever seen someone a human directly after surgery and they can't talk straight, well, he's the cat that can't walk straight. It's kind of funny. So you guys won't be seeing him probably on camera today because he doesn't even want to be picked up. He's throwing a fit when we pick him up. So, yeah, there's that.
Tanya says the quilt she bought is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, I'm so glad. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way. Second order of things today. Before I get started on this beautiful fabric and the pattern, I got a new ruler, and I waited to open it right here with you guys. And it is from So Be It Quilts. It is very nicely packed, It is the Quilter's Slidelock. It is their newest ruler to help make the quilter's life. Wow, this is really wrapped. Sorry for the sounds. To make the quilter's life easier for those who have arthritis or weight holding problems or any such disability that prevents you from holding a ruler and keeping that ruler straight. This is how you solve it. So if you type explanation SL in the chat, it will give you a link to this lovely ruler that I am unboxing right in front of you guys. Ooh, this thing is pretty darn cool. Look at that. The husband does the wood thing. They get the acrylic made, and then the husband and wife, Fallon, she and them and her family put in all the stuff for these bumpers that hold on to the fabric and keep it straight. So we're going to be using this new ruler today. I don't know if I want to peel off all the acrylic paper. Oh, that's easy. I guess I can now. They left it on. Fallon. That goes to Fallon's YouTube channel. It's So Be It Quilts. Ooh, look at that. Very nice. So it's a 3.5. I think from what I understand, it's 3.5 inches by 24 inches. And we are going to be using this today when we cut the fabric. So there is that. And it's going to be demonstrated right in front of you. So if you guys are interested, just check out the link that we will be putting in the chat for everybody. All right, so today we are working on a free pattern. It's Robert Kaufman pattern, and I'm probably going to do this for the next.
Do you know how much it costs?
$59.99, I think it is, or $69.99. If Fallon's in here, So Be It Quilts, she's in here. She could tell you guys. We're going to be working on a free pattern from Robert Kaufman. I just so happen to have the kit that actually goes with the free pattern, but you don't have to use the kit. You can use your own fabric. And I'll be working on this until I can't until the top is done. So it should be 56 by 64 when finished, and it's called Crinkle Cut. And there is, if you type in explanation pattern, you will get a link to the pattern, and you can download it and sew along with me during these videos. Normally, I don't do other people's patterns, but today I am because I needed structure of something to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get started by opening my fat quarters and everything. And then I'll tell you what all was needed. So there's 2 fabrics here. They look the same on camera, but this one is a darker than this one blue. One's a sky blue and one's a sunset blue. How about that?
Darker than this one blue.
And then it has a 12-piece fat quarter bundle. So there's 12 fat quarters here. And I always say read through the instructions first. So we're going to read through the first page and then just get to it, because that's just what we do. It says to read through them all, but it's a fat quarter thing. And we'll look through as we go. So there's 12 blue tone batiks here. And I'm going to slowly do this so you could kind of see them. They're all nice and pressed. I pressed everything before today's video. That way I would be completely and utterly ready to do this. I probably should put them in order of what colors are on the chart. So this one is A, and the lighter one is B. So I know that. And then C is, oh, I don't know, I can't tell. Let's see, this leafy one. Here, we'll go like this because I can't tell. Oh, and then I do have binding as well, binding fabric. Does it really matter? I mean, does it? I'm going to try to find them in by what the picture looks like. So this dark one is H. I could tell that. We'll put H right there. And then let's pull out another one that I can tell by just looking at the picture. That polka dot one. This one is L. H-I-J-K-L. So put L under H. J is this one. Goes between here. There goes my nicely pressed fabric. All right, let's see. I. Was that I that I just pulled? Nope, that was not. This one is I. So H-I, and then J, and then I need K, which is this one. Look at that. I'm getting them in order. And batiks, it doesn't matter which side is the right side or the wrong side, because both sides, the shinier side is usually the right side, but both sides look the same to me. So I'm not really going to care on these, as long as I have them in order. All right, M is this one. I probably should have put these in order yesterday or the day before when I pressed them. Okay, let's see. Can't tell. Can't tell. Which one is this one? F. That would be F. So that goes here. G is this one. So this would be G. And this is F. Probably should have marked them and everything. And then I got H. All right, what is this one? That is not that. What is this one? This would be binding. Why does that say binding only on that one? I'm going to assume this one is C. This one is D. And this one is E. All right, I figured it out. C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and M. Perfect. And this says binding. Why is there a fat quarter of it all by its lonesome? I don't know. But it's not on.
The fat quarter isn't going to be enough for binding.
Nope, but there's binding right here. So I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to start with the first part of the directions. C, F, J, and M are all cut exactly the same. So this is C. We're going to take this staple out so that I can see this page at all times. All right. C is this one. F. There we go again, looking through these colors. F is this one. J is
the binding fat quarter E?
This one? Probably, but there is no E. Did I not say an E? And J and M. M is the one on the bottom. So these all get cut exactly the same. Then D, which is this one. G, which is this one. This one's G, right? Yes. D, G, and H is this one. All get cut the same. D, G, H. And then E and I. E and I get cut the same. I'm going to move these over right there. I'm just putting them on the ironing board. And then K and L get cut the same. Okay. All right, on to the cutting. Here we go. I'm going to straighten all these up so that we can make a nice straight cut with the new Slidelock ruler. And 3. I'm just lining up the selvage edges, flattening it all out. Wow, these are like super off, but that's okay. Make sure they're all over a line on the cutting mat. All right, we're going to test out this new Slidelock ruler. But we need a rotary cutter for a left hand. Can I have that big yellow one behind you?
Real big one here?
Yep. Thank you. So the concept behind this ruler is you just put it where you need it to go, and I'm just making a straight cut edge, and it should slide on the fabric any time you're using it without any pressure. But as soon as you hold your hand here, you should be able to not have to adjust your hand on the ruler, and that one amount of pressure held down the piece to where nothing moves. So that pressure, nothing moves, which is awesome. So far, that was cool. All right, first cut. 5 inches. Here's a 5-inch ruler. So you butt one ruler up to where you want to cut, even though I'm just going to use the cutting mat as my numbers. You line it up where it needs to be. Right there, and right there's 5 inches. Make the cut. And then, okay, we're going to subcut this into 5-inch squares, which I'm just going to use this way. All the ends. Oh, and I'm ambidextrous cutter, so if you guys see me using right hand, left hand, or whatever, it's because I can cut with both hands.
She says you demo it better than me.
I watched your videos, I wanted to do this. All right, so I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-inch cuts. And since it's a free pattern, I'm allowed to give you all these numbers, because all you have to do is get the pattern and follow along with it. I'm going to make 4 5-inch cuts. And I could probably use the Slidelock on the sideways too, but I'm using it on the longs. And one more. And that is my waist. And that is my waist. All right. 4 5-inch cuts. Now I need 2 5-inch cuts and 4.5-inch. Well, I guess we'll just go with 5. Oops. Line it up right here on the 19, which would make 5 inches. Because I'm using my mat now to cut. So I'm lining it up. And all I have to do is hold it and see, nothing's going nowhere. That's good. I like that. And I'm not even putting a lot of pressure either. Slide that out of the way. I'm going to cut 2 5-inch cuts and 2 4.5-inch cuts. So I know I'm wasting a little bit of fabric doing this, but so far I'm liking the Slidelock on those long cuts. Definitely. All right. And then we're going to cut 2 4.5. 4.5 and 4.5 is what, 9?
Yes.
4.5 and 9. Right there. Turn it and cut it 4.5. So there's my 4.5s again. waste, but I can use those in my scraps. Next is a 4.5-inch cut. Let's line this back up. I moved my fabric somehow. 3.5. That makes 4.5. Since this ruler is 3.5 wide, all I have to do is line it up with the markings. So let's put that at 3.5. And that at 3.5. Look at that. Ta-da! Ta-da! And I'm barely putting any pressure. And it's not going nowhere. And then this is discard. Look at that. So that's more scrap. We're going to subcut this into 4.5-inch squares. And 4.5, just two, three 4.5-inch cuts. And a third one right here. Oops. All right, so those, and again, more scrap. Okay, the only thing about cutting out of fat quarters. Let's put all these together. And I'm also going to put their corresponding letters on them because I have letter clips in here so that I know. I have an alphabet in here. All right. I need to find, whatever. I'll find it in a second. That one goes there, 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 there. Because it's going to have us, I did scan through the pattern. It's going to have us matching up certain pairs together. Those are all the 4s. Keep up with the 5s first. And that one, and last pile. 2, 3, and 4. Let's find out what letters they are. This one was C. There's my C clips. There we go. And then F. I need my F clip. F. F. Where's the F clip? So I think about my little clips. I should keep them on a different kind of hook, but I like them in the jar. Oh, it looks like the cat is finally venturing out. I think he went down the hallway. There's F.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think he just went down the hallway. What is the other one? Right here. Right here. So J. I need my J. Ooh, the cat came in here, guys. You might get to see Thumper after all. If he comes over here, I'll pick him up. J. Did I just say J? Yes, that's J. Can you guys believe it? I'm actually putting clips on what these fabrics are. And this is M. That's not M. This is M.
How much was this little pattern kit?
This. I have no idea because it was sent to me. I don't know how much it was because it was sent to me. It was a gift. C, F, J, and M. This was not C. This is C. It is C. What did I screw up? That's C. That's C. That's F. That's F. That's J. And M is not this one. I messed it up. What did I do? Dark. Dark. I'm going to call this M because I don't even know what happened here. Where's M? Right there. M. Okay. This is why I don't like patterns. Ones with pictures. All right, so these go with my C's. These go with my J. 1, 3, 4, 5. Go with this one. And this one goes with this one. All right. Those are all separated. Now for the next set. We'll move those up there. Where are we at?
Numbers and letters on them, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Next set would be the D, G, and H. Let's make sure D right there. And G is that for sure. And H, is that what I said? H for sure is that one. Well, look at that. How come I got this one correct and not the rest? That's okay. We're going to call it whatever I call it, because that's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to start by lining everything up on an edge so that I can make a nice straight start cut using this lovely Slidelock ruler and put it where I want it. Right there. We're going to cut a nice straight edge. And then we're going to come over 5 inches. I'm going to do 2 5-inch cuts and then 1 4.5 inch. So we're going to go to 5 inches is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut right here. Line it up right here. Look at that. No movement of the hand. I love this. Thank you, Fallon. All right. 14. The next number to make 5. So I said 2 5-inch cuts and 1 4.5. Line it up. Barely put pressure. It engages these like bumper things under here. They're really cool, like these little grippy balls under here. So they're throughout the whole entire bottom of the ruler, which is really awesome. That's 4.5 is there. Make sure that's my half. Make sure that's my half right there. And it is right there. 4.5, 4.5. I'm like barely pushing. This is really cool. I like it.
So
I like it a
new
lot.
roller?
Yes, I'm very happy with the new ruler. All right, those are my 4.5s. I'm going to cut 1, 2. I'm going to cut some 5-inch squares, 3 of them, and then I'm going to turn it and cut 2 4.5 inches off of here. This is why you guys would need the pattern when you're following along, because, you know, all this random cuts. Let's try this right here. Put that on the 5-inch. We're going to go sideways with it. Look at that. Holds that perfectly. I'm going to go to 5 inches right here. Line it up. Come on. And then one more with the 5-inch right here. I got to see it right up here and right there. And then we're going to subcut. Move these out of the way. Turn this and cut 4.5 inches. Wasting fabric, but I guess that's okay. Cut 4.5 off of this. 4.5 off of that. And then turn and cut 1/2 inch off of both of these. And that's garbage. Move these out of the way. And then this gets cut into 4 4.5 inch squares. Turn it this way. What did I say? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cuts at 4.5. 1,
I like your
2.
shirt.
What?
You like your shirt.
Thank
Tell
you.
'em what it says, Claire.
It says, I'm not messy, I'm creatively organized. And one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And then we're going to find my corresponding alphabets for these. So this is D. Where's D? Not that. D. One of these is D. I'm not finding it. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to stack the 5 inches together and the 4.5 inch ones together. Put a clip on it. It says that's my D. And this one should be G. G should be somewhere. No. Nothing. How about the ones that have nothing on them can go in here? The letter on it. It's probably going to take me forever just to do all this. I need G.
Do you want me to look while you do?
I found G. I found it.
Yeah, here's H. We need H.
Okay. All right. Clip on those. And last but not least is the H. Stack all these guys up. And then we're going to cut the next set. And then we'll cut the other fabrics too. All right, E and I, that's these two. E and I. It's making a quilt that will be 56 by 64, so a lap quilt. All right, straighten these up. And these are E and I. Let's get E and I to start with.
Where did you get the letters clipped?
I got them in an open gate box, all the little alphabet number things. Yep. They were one of the notions in the open gate box. All right, what did I say I needed? E and I. I and E, right there. All right, this gets 4.5, 1 4.5, and 2 5. Okay, so I'm going to line my ruler up. This is actually good for those that are, you know, left or right-handed cutters where you can ambidextrous cut, because I always feel like I'm not putting enough pressure on my ruler with my right hand as opposed to when I'm, you know, cutting with my right hand, and the opposite, vice versa. All right, so we're going to do 2 5s and a 4 1/2. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it this way because it's easier to get this number. I like that it's the length of the cutting mat. And they also will have the 14-inch coming soon. I think she said Saturday it's releasing or whatever. I'm not 100%. I do forget when I watch videos. All right, and a 4 1/2. So that would be right here on that half mark, and that half mark right there, there, and there.
Friday afternoon.
Okay. Friday afternoon. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to move that out of the way because that's my 4 1/2. We're going to cut the 5s first. We only need, where are we at? 3 of them. I like that I could also go around my table.
Did you choose to wear that shirt because it goes with the fabric?
I just wore the shirt because I grabbed one and went live. If you guys didn't know, I only wear my quilting shirts while on live because I will get them dirty if I don't. So I don't want them to get all ruined with my everyday life. The handle is part of the ruler. It's built onto it. It is built onto it. And it's smooth. The wood is smooth, so you are not going to hurt your hands. It has been sanded down. It's rounded edges right here. I mean, it's really nice. Really, really nice. They put a lot of work into this. Scott put the link in there for you. You guys will probably be seeing me use it in all of my videos.
How many fat quarters are there?
12, it looks like. Yeah, 12. All right, so this is E. I don't want to get it mixed up, so I'm going to clip them now before I cut the 4 1/2 inches. E. And these are I. Let's cut these 4 1/2 inch ones. Normally I use my Martelli cutter. I haven't used that next to this. Let's do that one. Just to see. Gotta get those out of my way though. I'm gonna cut 4 1/2 inches from this. Pretty sure it's gonna be just as easy with yeah, keeping the hand out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4 1/2. There's half. One. Oops, don't adjust. 1, 2, 3, 4. You need something? Oh. There's the 4. Here's half. So my hand with the Martelli cutter, because it's a big cutter, is perfectly fine. So that's good too. And one more time, there's the half. I just need the 4, which is right here. So look at that. Works with the Martelli cutter too. Perfectly fine. My fingers are out of the way. All right, this and that go together? Now, turn the page. All right, now we're last ones, which is K and L. There's L. And I don't think there is a K. I don't think, nope, there is. Okay, good.
All this blank.
Yeah, I just need A and B for these. Yeah, those are the blank ones. All right.
Oh, there's these are numbers.
Yep. I'm just going to line these up.
That's what L.
Okay. That's okay. Forgot what it's called, too. It's probably in here somewhere. I don't know what the little, oh, here they are, right here. Organizing stickers from GE Designs. That's what they are, guys, just in case you wanted to know. So they also have stickers for the bigger clips. I don't have the bigger clips. I have the littler ones, but then they have blank ones on it here too, so you can write your own thing. But I just used the small ones on my small clips. But yeah, they're organizing stickers from GE Designs, and I got them in my Open Gate quilt box, which I love my Open Gate quilt box. Not here. This one didn't. Oh, well, I can just turn this one off so that we only have one. Just one going at a time. All right. Just gonna line it up again. All right, what am I cutting?
Do you usually do all the cutting out for quilt before you begin sewing?
When I follow a pattern, I do all the cutting first and then start sewing, because in this pattern, if you read it first, it's going to tell you all the combinations of what to sew. So you have to have it all pre-cut to know the combinations of what to sew. All right, so I'm going to make 1 4.5 and 2 5s. I'm just going to start with the 2 5s and then cut my 4.5. And line it up right here to the 20. And a 4.5. Oops. Don't shift. I was pushing down on the handle and moved my fabric, so you got to watch out for that if you're not used to it. That's 4.5 right here. I have no idea what cards I got and didn't. All right, here's my scrap.
Tell her we do mail openings.
I do mail openings, so if you haven't seen it in a mail opening video, then I probably haven't got it. I usually open everything on video or show all the cards on video. All right, so I'm cutting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5-inch squares. So let's straighten this up. This side. 2, slide this out of the way because I don't need that.
Does the ruler have measurements on it, or is it just a straight edge?
No, it does not have any measurements. It has a straight edge. So if you need measurements, you would take this ruler, a line up. Well, if you're left-handed, so you would be going this way for right-handed. So you would take your ruler, put it on the number that you want it, say 3.5, like this on your edge of your regular ruler, then you would slide this one up to it, making sure everything is square, move that away, and then make your cut. I'm using the lines on my cutting mat so that I can cut left or right-handed. It really doesn't matter. But no, it does not have any markings because you wouldn't be able to see the middle markings anyway if they were there. Where am I at? Right here still. How many did I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be 3. And this would be 4. That's my scrap. And then these are 4.5. Sorry, you guys, my legs are hurting. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 from K and L. 2, 3, and 1 more. 4. All right. So this is K. Oh, this is L. L is L. That's this one. Let's grab these 4. All right, and this, that, and that. And then we have to cut the background fabric, which I think was on the first part of the directions. I skipped past that. That's K.
How long have you been out of bed sewing?
This is my second time sewing. The first time sewing was the open gate quilt box video that you guys saw just a couple days ago. And my A and B fabric.
Say hi to your youngin', birthday girl.
Hi, Alexa. Happy birthday. Today is my daughter Alexa's 24th birthday. My goodness, 24 years. Where has the time gone? I don't know. All right, what am I cutting? 5-inch strips. I'm going to cut 4 5-inch strips and 4 4.5-inch strips. I actually am not going to use this one for that because I need a little guy right here to fit where I'm trying to fit it in. I got to save as much fabric as possible because I barely have enough of this. Like I'm literally, there's not much room for error with this fabric. So I'm going to cut 4 5-inch strips and 4 4.5-inch strips. All right, that's 1, 2. Trying to be most accurate. 3 and 4. And we're going to be subcutting those into 5-inch squares. I'm going to move that out of the way for now. And that would be A, because A is the darker one. I'm going to put my A clip on them for now. We're going to cut 4, 4.5. Let's see if we can get that.
What's the name of this ruler?
It's the Slidelock ruler, the big one. Scott put a link. 1. Please be enough. Please be enough. 2. Oh, it's not enough. 3. Nope, it's not enough. Well,
what's your favorite part of making a quilt?
My favorite part of making a quilt is everything about making the quilt.
You don't have one part that you like more than any of the others?
Nope, I don't have one part that I like more than the others. Since I don't have enough for a 4.5-inch There, I have this extra piece of scrap,
She loves cutting.
and I'm going to cut this into a 4.5-inch strip, and we're going to hope that I'm going to get 28 4.5-inch squares from all this, because I had a feeling it wasn't going to be enough. It was a boo-boo kit. It had a boo-boo in it, and it was the background fabric. So we're going to hope that we're going to get enough. So we're making 28 4.5-inch squares. And then we're going to do the same with the 5-inch. So I'm just going to line up all these salvages. I'm going to cut them all at the same time, and then I'll cut that with it. So we're going to get this is 6. And 6 is 12. Plus 6 plus 6. 12 and 12 is 24, and I need 28. I should have plenty to get 28, because I can cut from that too, if I need to. 4. 5, 6. 27, 28. There we go. Now let's hope that works with the 5-inch squares. So there's my 4.5. Now let's do the 5.5. I mean 5-inch. Oh, I was still on that page from A and B. Okay. So we're going to do 28 5-inch squares as well. And I have 4 here, so I'll get 8 pieces at a time. And they're batiks, so I can cut 8 layers pretty darn good with batiks. Yes, the Open Gate Quilt box is a subscription box for a monthly subscription. Scott put a link in. 8, 16. Oh no, don't adjust. And this gives me plenty right there. So I don't need that second piece, because 16 and 16 is 32, right? Right?
What?
16 and 16 is 32?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I was reading.
All right, so there's A, and now to cut B. So let's hope that B has enough. Just going to go ahead and keep it folded over
You'll do it.
right here. Put it on a line. Make sure that crosses the line. Oh, it does not. Maybe come this way a little. Oh, Katie, thank you. Hope you continue to get better so that you're not in pain. The pain part has not gone away. It's driving me mad. Like, definitely driving me mad. So I'm going to do, again, 4 5-inch cuts and 4 4.5-inch cuts. Let's make sure that I got all those, because they weren't lined up exact. Yep, and yep. Okay. All right. There's 2 and 4 on the 5-inch. Now we need 4.5, and I'm only going to get the 3 again. Yep. So I'll have to pull from that last piece, which is fine because that gives me plenty. We love you. Have a good night. Was that to Alexa?
Yes.
What, you didn't say who?
Yes, I did. You never listened.
Good night, Alexa. Happy birthday. All right. And this is going to be cut into a 4.5-inch strip. Goes with my lovely scraps. All right. And then we're going to subcut. So these are my 4.5-inch ones. I'm going to do the same thing as last time. We'll line up the ends. I'll have to cut a bit off of this selvage right here. That one's got something on it. These are my 4.5s. This is 12. And 24. And 25, 26, 27, 28 will come from this one. Oh, Brenda, thank you. What did she say? What does that little sticker say? Get it? Or something?
Get it up.
You guys don't have to do that. Those super chat things. But I appreciate it. All right, this gives me exactly 28 of these. And now let's cut this into 28. It's funny, 28 is spelled out on the pattern too. Like usually they just put a number. It's actually spelled out on this pattern. Funny. Yolanda Scott put a link for the pattern. It's a free Robert Kaufman pattern, so that is why I'm spitting out lots of numbers because I'm allowed to.
And where can she get the pattern?
And the pattern.
I mean the fabric.
The fabric, well, the Robert Kaufman, where you find the pattern, it actually says something. So I don't know where you can find the fabric, but it has options to make a kit or whatever. So I don't know how that works. I never actually did anything on that website other than get a pattern, because I've gotten plenty of free patterns from there.
Did you ever get your top done?
My hand piece top is done. It just, oh my, no, I did not finish that. I have all the parts and pieces. I've never put it together though. Yeah, that's the one I did with Eric. Yeah, I have 2 tops worth, and because I made 2 quilts. I'm making 2 quilts, and I haven't put it together. They're just sitting in the bag.
Any advice to give a new Juki lady? She just got a TL 2010Q.
If you just got a TL 2210Q, my advice would be to use it. That's my advice. Use it. Use it a lot. But make sure you oil it when you need to oil it and keep it clean. Keep that bobbin area clean, because if you don't, it gets really gross up in there and then the machine starts running funny. All right, here's all my stuff. Now it's time to...
What do you think of your Juki F600?
My Juki F600 is a cute little machine. I like it. It does all the little zigzags and decorative stitches that I could possibly ever need. Oh, we're going to need this and this again. Okay. Here we go with the next page. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to grab all my letters to where I can see them. And we're going to start making combos. I think we're making half square triangle combos. Making sure I can see all these letters. And we're just going to grab and sew. Here we go. We're going to pair all A and B, marking a line. I'm just going to use my seam tape. So all the A and B 5-inch squares are going to get sewn into half square triangles. So I guess we're just going to sit and chain piece all these through. We're sewing on both sides of the line, right? Away from both sides of the marked line. Yep. So I'm sewing on I'm just going to right sides together. And all I'm going to do, these are like the same color, but I'm just going to chain piece them through. And I'm sewing with my left foot instead of my right because I can't hold pressure on the thing. But I'm going to line this up 1/4 inch from each side of my invisibly drawn line that I didn't draw, but you might want to. And that's what a brand new Juki sounds like, if you didn't know. It's not as loud. These colors are like almost exactly the same. I do not have control of my speediness with my left foot. So it might go either too quick or too slow.
Yeah, that brand new one in action.
Yeah.
How's it working?
Working great. So I had to switch to the brand new one because my other one went to the fixer and came back from the fixer not fixed. So it's just a hassle to sew with. It's just a headache because
we went to the fixer twice, and each time it comes back worse.
Yeah, it's supposed to stop with the needle down when you're sewing. Your needle is supposed to stop down. If you press needle up, it's supposed to go up and stay up. And if you press the thread cutter, it's supposed to go, the needle is supposed to go down, cut thread, and come back up and stay up. And well, guess what my other machine is doing? When you press the thread cutter, it goes down, up, and back down again and gets stuck halfway in between. So you can't pull your fabric away because it gets stuck. And the needle up takes it up and then it falls back down. And when you stop, it doesn't stop with the needle down. It just stops wherever it feels like stopping. So it's just a headache. So if you sew very slow and trying for precise stuff, then my family and friends can use it when they come to visit. Because that's about as far as I'm going to go with that machine now. The TL 2000 QI is exactly the same as this machine. I think it's just a little bit slower on its speed, but that's it. Everything's exactly the same.
Can you make a quilt with your eyes closed?
Maybe. I probably could.
You never know.
I can quilt with my eyes closed because I have a video that I quilted blindfolded and left-handed only. Yeah, if you guys saw that. So I know I can quilt blindfolded on the long arm. I don't know about the sewing.
There's a video. They can look it up and watch it. Blindfolded quilting.
I actually planned to do a regular right hand on the long arm because I always use just my right hand anyway. I planned to do right hand blindfolded. I just haven't got to it yet. When I finally do, you'll know. I have a quilt all planned out for it too. I was going to try to do a consistent design throughout a whole quilt while blindfolded. And the only thing that I'll know for stops is for Scott to say, "You're at the edge," and then I'll stop. Other than that, I won't have anything to guide me besides my own hands, which I got to try not to run over. But that's a planned video for the near future. Yeah, I'm struggling with the sitting in that chair. It's definitely not fun.
Do you want me to give you a different chair?
I don't think a different chair is going to help. I think the pain of sitting is the problem. The upright, sitting upright.
Okay.
Nope, I still have bobbin. Good. It doesn't bother me to sew standing up, so. And this way I can actually use my right foot on the pedal because the way I'm standing, I can't stand on my right foot by itself, so I actually have to use my right foot to sew, but it's sitting with the same amount of equal pressure on the pedal, so. Yeah, physical therapy has been making things worse for me, I think. I'm definitely struggling with it. It's because I have MS problems at the same time. Oops, make sure there's only one. But I'm up sewing, so I guess that's a good thing, right? Yes. So I'm at least happy for that. Let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I only need 28. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. There. So hopefully everybody's had a good weekend. Scott and I spent this weekend mainly watching movies. Movies and TV shows. I did sew a little bit yesterday, but nothing big and extravagant. Just I fixed something and that was it. And that was before Scott and he put the other Juki away. I was so frustrated with the darn Juki that I was like, nope, we're just going to switch to the new one, which is perfectly fine because it's new and it should last 8 years or more.
How long the other one lasts?
Yeah, the other one lasted 7 years. This one should 8 years or more. I doubt I'll blow a motor that fast this time around because I'm not sewing as much as I usually do. Not yet, at least. And again, I'm sewing with batik, so there really isn't a right or a wrong side. No. All right. Now we just flip it around and run it through. By golly, I sew quick. I didn't have to keep flipping these things. I'll just let them fall on the floor. I do not like that. Not at all. Being pulled to the floor is not a good idea. We'll put them on my lap. How about that? And we'll just sit for a minute. And no, I'm not using the knee lift yet because that I definitely cannot do. I'm just sewing on both sides of my invisible line because I'm using seam tape. And as you can tell, it helps the process go by so much faster. And I'm out of bobbin. But it wasn't a full bobbin to start. So there's that. But I did roll some when I put the machine out this morning.
Do you use a small vacuum to clean the bobbin area?
No, I just clean the bobbin area with a brush. I use a brush to clean it out.
Do you square them up with clearly perfect slotted ruler when done?
No, I square them up with just a regular ruler, just a regular long ruler. I have a special way of, well, cutting. I got a tangle. You will see when I get to it.
Do we have a link for pre-wound bobbins tonight?
You can buy them at Sewing Machines Plus. You can buy them at Fat Quarter Shop. You can buy them at all sorts of places. I don't use pre-wound bobbins, so because I'm lazy and I just do my own. I just wind my own. Huh?
Would a saddle stool help you?
No, because that requires me spreading my legs, and my groin actually hurts really bad. Huh? Okay, let me start on getting these done, and then I'll No. All right. I'm going to move all this out of the way, and I'll show you guys what I mean by...
Why are you sewing the same fabric together?
It's not the same. They look the same, but they are not the same. One is lighter and one is darker. So when I trim, I don't use any slotted anythings or any trim it specialty rulers. I actually just trim it in half like any half square triangle, and I'm going for 4.5 inches. Let's make sure for a fact. 4.5 inch squares. So what I do is I line, see, these rulers have a 45-degree line on them. I just use that, and then I line up my 4.5 inch mark right here on the ruler, making sure that my line is straight near that. And my 4.5 is touching on the sewing line here and on the sewing line there. So on the stitch line is where my 4.5 inch notch is on both sides. And I just trim that way so that when I open it up, say to press these open or anything. I guess not. When I open it up, yes, it looks like the same square from there, but this one is a more sky blue and this is more of a sunset blue.
I can tell the difference from here.
Yeah.
They can on the camera.
Yeah, it's the pattern. If you look at the picture, the one is super light and one is just a tidbit darker, so you can see in the picture. It's going to be hard to tell, and a lot of people might, if you're doing it with this kit, you might actually get it messed up. But yeah, they're two different colors. They're the same in the hue family, the same hue, but totally different colors. Oh, he did jump onto furniture. Look at him. I think he's getting back to normal. You know, the first few days, Thumper's eyes, his pupils were so dilated. Like, so dilated. He just stole Scott's chair because Scott got up to grab the pattern and show you guys. And Thumper literally stole the chair. Which way did I press that towards? That one. Right? No, that would be that one. Against my mat, it's hard to tell. Against this ruler, this way. That's the way they're going to go. So that way. Okay. Yeah, I don't use that. I have a slotted trimmer somewhere on the wall, but I don't really use it unless I'm like need to trim a whole heck of a lot, which I'm doing right now, I guess. But I do pretty good with just the way I do it right here. Going towards that color. And I'm literally just barely trimming anything off. My ruler's kind of long for me against my body right here. Ugh. We're just going to stand because it's easier. I'm going towards that one. So I'm going to be making all these into half square triangles, and then they'll get pressed. And then the next step will be to make half square triangle combos with the different colors. So there'll be, 6 L and H, it says on the chart, and then it'll have 5 D and E combos. So we're going to be making combos with the letters, the lettered fabric that I put the little letters on. You can see I'm barely trimming anything off of any of this. More. And this process for me doesn't take too long. If I have the blue on the top, then every time it will be on the top. Oh, that would be that glue. Yeah. Definitely real close in color. So to the camera eye, they look the same, but to my eye, they're different. One also has more like a cloudiness to it, where it looks like the dye is spread through cloudy wise, and the other one's more solid. But it's very, very light. Probably we don't even really need to trim these, but if you're an 1/8 of an inch off, then it really could mess up your whole project. So I'm definitely have to trim all these half square triangles. But like on some, I'm barely trimming anything off. Pressing that way. And I'll go and clip all the dog ears off after everything's pressed as well. Oh, this one didn't get trimmed yet. But yeah, I just use the regular ruler. I've been doing that since I first started making quilts. Honestly, I never really, I tried all the other ones. I have them. Let's do it this way. Because this ruler is already out and I'm already using it. So I just make it work. The cat is very distracting. I keep looking over at him. He's either scratching himself or he's like being silly. Right now he's trying to get comfortable. So this proves that you don't need a bunch of fancy rulers to make all your cuts. You could still use a regular ruler for squaring things up. Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah, he's definitely a fiend. That's what I call it, a fiend. He's fiending for his cat foods. This is definitely going to mess me up when it comes to putting this quilt together, all these being almost exactly the same color. Like, literally. What are you looking at, the slide lock?
Yes, I'm playing with the ruler. Can I mess with it?
Yeah. You should show them what it looks like up close, the little bumpers and everything that are on it. Maybe they'd be curious to see what that looks like. I like it, really. I like it a lot so far. It's definitely going to take the ease out of cutting yardage for sure. You know me, always cutting yardage. If you guys are curious, yes, I do cut like this normally, all really quick like.
Is the name of your fan Aurora?
Oh, I don't know what they're asking either. I have no idea. You want to come be on camera, Mr. Thumpy?
How's it going growing out your natural nails?
They keep breaking. I thought that I could get my nails really nice, but being stuck in bed the last 3 weeks and all the hand sewing and all the adjusting my body and stuff to get comfortable, I keep ripping them on the sheets. So they're all kind of short, except for my pinky nails, which are like super long because those don't touch anything. Go figure. You think that that's the outside nail and it would get hit by everything, but that's the longest nail. So it's probably going to be a lot more time before I go get my nails done. But I'm anxiously waiting for them to be long enough to go get them done. Although I have decided if they don't get long enough fast enough, then I can just get the fake nails and that my real nails grow out underneath it to keep up with them again. But I really don't want to have fake ones glued to my real nails. Doing my leg lifts while cutting.
Do you need me to iron it for you?
Oh yeah, you can start ironing these all. You can see the color difference, right? So towards this one, towards this bluer one, or the
While you're doing whatever, I
lighter.
Catch my chair well, though.
I'll push them all back for you.
Well, I gotta wait for the iron to heat up. Yeah. Why aren't you using the Martelli?
The Martelli what?
Cutter.
I am using the Martelli cutter.
That's what it says. Why aren't you using the Martelli?
They're probably not on the live feed. They probably need to go and press the live chat button at the bottom of the screen to make sure it's on live. They're probably back at the beginning of the video. Yep, sometimes you can come on and it won't be the live feed. You actually have to press the live button. Just in case you guys didn't know that. So if you think you're behind, on the actual video screen in the bottom left corner, there's a live thing. If it says live with no red dot, that means you're watching towards the beginning. If there's a red dot next to it, then you're fully caught up and you should be on the actual what's going on right now live. Well, obviously there's like a 30 to 45-second delay between me and you guys, but either way, the live stream. And if you think you're behind, you could also press the little whatchamacallit tool, the nut thing. And if you hit that and then go up to playback speed and press 2 times, it'll speed it up to catch the video up all the way. There's a lot of little tricks that you can use on YouTube to make sure that you're always in the live, as well as the chat. If you're on the chat, instead of it saying top chat, if you go to the top of the chat thing and you hit the little tool thing and bring down the thing, you can choose top chat or live chat. Live chat usually has every single comment. The top chat sometimes skips some of the comments.
Why are they so bad?
Oh, because when I pressed the fabric originally.
There's a big old sink in like every one of these. Whatever you call it.
A fold in the fabric.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just pre-cutting all these up. Ouch. This is as far as I can go right now. Right there. That's as high as I can get my knee. But this side, I can go all the way up. That side I cannot, so I have to keep stretching it because it gets stiff. Especially right at the joint. It's definitely very stiff and pained. I'm literally taking slivers off of these.
How you feeling when you're
I'm fine for now. I got a little bit left in me. Oh, I got a little bit left in me.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Is there a song that says that? Just a little bit? I have no idea.
Use any other blades for your Martelli cutter?
Yes, I use whatever blade is that I throw in it. I do have a pack of Martelli blades. I think that's the one I'm actually on, is that pack. But I've used Olfa blades in here and Fiskar's blades in here as well.
The pattern notes to press the seams open. Do you think it really makes a difference between pressing the seams open on one side?
I didn't even see that. Make a pair right side, mark a diagonal line, sew on both sides, mark the line, cut the thick creating triangles, press towards the darker fabric. It says press towards the darker fabric on the two. So it doesn't actually say to press it open. I don't press open. I don't.
You never press seams
Yeah,
open.
I only press open if I absolutely need to, like with my tiny piecing, but other than that, I never press open. Because I'm the one that long arm quilts the quilts, and I know from quilting it, stitching in the ditch on a pressed open seam, I'm splitting that seam open and I'm taking the chance of the needle hitting the stitches along the way and ripping them, taking the quality of your quilt down. They fall apart in the first wash, you know, you don't want that. So from a long armer's perspective, I can see that.
Okay, so
You're folding it.
Folding what?
That piece, I was pre-pressing them for you.
What am I folding?
I thought you made a fold over from here. It looked like it.
No, would you stop? I'm trying to read your question. She says page 3 for pressing seams open. Is there page 3?
I'm on page 4. There we go. Seam allowances. Press seam allowances open unless otherwise noted. Yeah, no. This one says to press to the darker one on pairing A and B. No, you'll have a HST left over on this combination. So it says sew the rows together. The only area that it says to press them open is when you're sewing the rows together. But I'm just going to press one row to the right, one row to the left, and so on and so forth. So I should be good. I don't need to worry about the pressing open. I have no idea if I'm actually pressing towards the darker fabric because both of these are light fabrics. I'm just pressing towards one or the other. Towards one on all of them, though. And just like when I build the half square triangle units of the combos, I'm going to just press those to one side or the other. And I trimmed this one, didn't I? No, I did not. Now I'm doing some ballet moves. Today is like one of those balancing act days. I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that to keep comfortable while I'm working and doing some exercise all at the same time. You guys should try it. Hmm? Yeah, just, you know, yeah. No, I just meant the moving while working.
We should try our ballet move.
Now, I don't know if I can do squats while working. Probably can't. Not yet, at least. But that's a good idea for standing people that when you're standing to work, is to keep your legs strong by doing some squats. I can wiggle my hips side to side. Right there.
Yeah, back in action. Somebody gets to iron. Let's see if he's working.
Scott's liking being back at the ironing.
Are there tables that move up and down?
Yes, they are. They sell lots of. There's a couple different brands. Martelli tables go up and down. Flex. What is the name of our bed? Our bed place sells the tables that go up and down too, where we got our bed frame. Flexi Spot. Flexi. I think that's what it's called. No, the actual company that it came from. Flex Spot or something. They have tables that go up and down. There's a bunch of different companies that have tables that are on hydraulics to go up and down. Problem is I have a very large table, and I like my very large table. So having a table like this being made would probably cost a whole heck of a lot of money to make into a lifting table.
Yeah, your table's huge.
Yeah, this is a 36 by 72 table. So, yeah, it would take a lot to have a table this size made on a hydraulic and this sturdy, because this is a very sturdy table. I can get up on here. Well, I could have got up on here if I didn't have surgery just recently, but I could get up on here and stand up and dance around and jump on it, and it's like super sturdy. All right. Just going to put these to the side I want them before passing them to Scott. Where? Oh, yeah, that's fine. Just leave it. Oh, did it come from the iron? Yeah, keep the light pieces off the wet stuff. It happened the other day.
I am keeping it off.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's stained.
Yep. It is now permanently stained.
It soaked through over here. I ironed it over here, and the water sucked through. See, it
Yeah.
came up right there.
That's okay. Hopefully it's within the seam allowance.
Then the seam allowance is right in the middle. Where's the seam allowance? In the middle there, honey.
Okay.
Come on, we wash it.
Maybe.
Wash it for you.
They cannot wash them when they're not sewn.
I just meant get it a little wet and rub it in the middle there.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
mean to throw the whole thing in the laundry.
Sorry, we're trying to get rid of
Ironing board stain.
ironing board staining. My ironing board cover needs to be changed. So
Well, you've been saying that for years.
yeah, gets on fabric now because it has, goop that got on it, and anytime it gets wet, it gets all over the fabric pieces and stains them if they're light. All right, those combos are done and trimmed. So now I just need to start with making these combos. And the 4.5 inch one is the one I'm going to hook the thing to, because those are the size for the other piece. When the quilt goes together, the way it goes together, the 4.5 inch pieces are the ones that are going to be, you know, the solid piece that sits next to the half square triangle. So just so that I don't lose my lettering, though.
There you go. How difficult would it be to put risers under the legs of your cutting table?
It would be quite difficult because
Tell them it takes 4 people.
it takes 4 people to lift this table.
Yeah, they say that
yeah.
You're a strong man. Your strong man needs three of them to lift this table.
Yeah, it takes having somebody else, people's come over, other neighbors to come over and help move this. That's how we got it out of this room. It took 4 people to take it apart and 4 people to put it back together and put it in this spot. It's very heavy, very, very heavy. And it used to have little tiny pegs on underneath it for like sliding it around in an office room, but they were really small and they didn't slide around on the floor, so we just took them off, but it didn't raise it any higher. It was just these little peg things. All right, now we are going to make 6 L and C combos. So L, 6 halves or 6 pieces. Hold on. You will have a 6 half square triangle left over in this fabric combination. Kind of curious about this. If there's 6 L's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's only 5 of L. And it says 6 L and C. So is that 3 pieces to get 2 of each side? 2, 3. Yes, because L is used again right here. Yep, so that's 3. So 6 half square triangles. So the pattern doesn't exactly specifically say that. So we're making 6 LC half square triangles. So I need L and where's C? C, C, C. Which one of these is C? 1, 2, and 3. All right, so I'm going to sew these together and make 2 at a time, half square triangles. And I can't tell which side is right side on these really. So I'm just going to put them together and make half square triangles. And I'm still using white thread even though I'm using these darker colors. But you could have used blue thread the whole time if you wanted, if you were doing a specific color. You could match your thread. I never really do that. Well, actually I do when I long arm quilt and stuff. I try to match threads up. Down the other way. Okay, so here is the combos of that. And then obviously they get trimmed.
What weight of thread are you using?
I'm using 40 weight thread. Just using signature thread today because I was trying to empty some of the emptier spools. I don't know how I'm going to remember that this is L and C combo. Unless I do this. Sticky notes. I'm going to cut it in half because I definitely have. Ta-da! All right, L, C combo. And I'll trim them later. For now, I'm just going to make the combos and throw things because that's what's happening in here. Okay, so I did 6 of those. Now we need 5, so we're just going to pull 6 of the C and M. So we're going to pull 3 because it says I only need 5. 2 and 3, C and M. 1.
You couldn't use Orfill on the
2.
other one. Can you use Orfill on this one?
I haven't tried yet to put Orfill in this one yet. Actually, no. Did I in the tester video when I got the machine? In my unboxing video? I may have used it in my unboxing video. All right, C and M. That's what this is, right? C and M. Okay. So I'm going to put these together now. It's a lot of half square triangles. We're making this whole entire quilt is mostly half square triangles with some straights. I don't know why I did that. So I only need 5 of these, but I'm going to have 6. And this was CM combo. C, M, 5. Let me put 6 on there. Cut these in half. I still have to trim the blocks, but I'll do that later. For now, I'm just going to make the combos.
There's no LC combo on that pattern?
I have no idea. All right, so this is a discard. And there's 5 of these. All right. What's our time? 5, M, and D. All right, so they got M. 1, 2, 3, and D. D is one of these. M and D. 1, 2, and 3. So I only need 5. So again, I'm just going to discard 1. Oop. Well, that's because I started off fast after a thread cut. My thread came out. Getting the hole. There we go. Start that again. So one thing you don't want to do on the Juki is start off really fast on the first stitch. Like the needle is down right now, so if I start off really fast, it's still connected to the last piece, so I shouldn't break thread. But if you're just putting your first piece under, then you may, because of using the thread cutter, get unthreaded from starting off super fast. Not very many people do like I do and just bullet train it the whole time. But I'm used to it. Yep. Okay. Let me cut these in half and make sure I put my note on them. And I think we're going to end until the next Sunday when I complete putting more combos together. Or maybe by then I'll have all the combos together. I don't know. I have a lot to do this week. Okay. So here's 5 MD combos. Just like that. So all I have to do is trim those still. This one's going to be a discard. And then I'm just going to continue next week with sewing the rest of the combos, which is all of these. And then again, the 4.5-inch ones you don't do anything with until the quilt top is put together. And so you guys can get ahead of me if you're going to do this pattern. Go ahead, just keep going. The only thing I'll probably do is trim those and get them pressed and stuff. Other than that, I'm going to get off here and go lay down because I'm ready to lay down now. But anyways, does anybody have any questions? Again, if you type an explanation pattern, it'll come up with the crinkle cut pattern. You click on that. It is a free download from the Robert Kaufman Fabrics page. They actually have this same pattern in a darker colorway. So if you go to the patterns page and type in crinkle cut, it'll come up with like other colorways that they did with the batiks for this. So yeah, this one features the artisan batiks. And I don't know about, like I said, on the pattern page, I don't know. It says you can make your, a kit out of it. I don't know if they make the kits and send them to you and you buy it from their webpage, or if you have to get it from somewhere else and it just tells you what fabrics to order, like from whatever website. But yeah, so far, so good. We're just going to continue making these combos, and then yeah, we'll get to the hopefully putting it together stage within the next 2 videos. So I don't know if I'll work on it between now and then, but if I do, you'll know because I'll have more done by next week. Was there any questions? No? All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Good night to all of those that are on the East Coast and all those in the other countries that it's like 1 and 2 a.m. for you guys. Thank you for hanging out. All of my East or West Coast friends, have a good rest of your evening, and I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye for now.
Bye.